Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this afternoon for another album review. This is the fourth Marathon Studio album review in Bush's discography that I'm going to be reviewing, and this is for Golden State that I just got done listening to just a moment ago for this 47 minute album or something like that. So, I wanted to discuss all the 12 songs that I listened to and give you a rating for each one. So, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for Bush's Golden State album. It's the last album they made before they took their hiatus, and then they came back in 2011 with another album. So, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for Golden State by Bush and let you know my thoughts on it. So, let's dive into this Bush Golden State album review. Now, it starts with the first song, Solutions, and off the bat, it's a solid start. Not the worst song, but I don't know if I'm connecting with this song too much on a level to where I really like it, but I think it's a good song in its own way. It just has some weak moments in the verses, being a little sluggish to get through, but the chorus is pretty memorable. So, really liking Gavin Rossdale singing in majority of this album. So 4.5 out of 5. Head Full of Ghosts is a pretty strong song. It's one of the singles off this album, and it's pretty good in my opinion. So 5 out of 5. Wasn't disappointed with this track, with how it turned out and executed. And just the way the guitar riffs and the drum work is pretty amazing. And Gavin Rossdale's singing is pretty good. The People That We Love is the next song after The Head Full of Ghosts, and that was a pretty good song. I personally like it, but yeah, everyone else has a different opinion with their music taste and all that, but basically for me, I was really pleased with this track, with how Gavin Rossdale was singing the track. There were some moments of cringy moments in the verses, but other than that, the song stayed afloat with the melody and the execution and performance of the track was pretty amazing. So 5 out of 5. Superman is a pretty good track. It's just about looking for a hero and all that in somebody or whatever. So yeah, it's someone's Superman or whatever. I don't know, but it's about a love thing or whatever. That's what it's about. Being some girl's Superman or whatever. uh, but that's what the song is basically depicting about. But pretty much the song itself was pretty strong. Really like some of the lyrics for it. There have been a few moments where I cringed at certain lyrics, but other than that, Gavin Rossdale singing in it was pretty good. So 5 out of 5. Fugitive is the next song, and that was a pretty good song, or Fugitive, however I'm trying to pronounce it. Pretty good song, so 5 out of 5. Wasn't disappointed with it instrumentally. And honestly, instrumentally, this album's pretty heavy for what it's going for. I'm blatantly surprised because some of their other work have been good and somewhat in the middle with me. So, yeah. 5 out of 5 for Fugitive. Hurricane is the next song, and that's a pretty strong track in my opinion. Really dug this track for what it went for, and basically the overall performance of the track, pretty good. Was really impressed with this track, with how it turned out. Lyrically, musically, instrumentally, it's pretty amazing of a song, and just the way Gavin Rossdale is singing the track blew me away. So, really liked his vocals in this track, and sorry, that was my Xbox dinging away. Someone's trying to send me an invite or whatever, which I don't do Xbox stuff because I'm focusing more on my YouTube stuff. But still, 5 out of 5 for Hurricane. Inflatable is a pretty mellow track, but does get the job done. for what it's going for. And the chorus is pretty much where Gavin Rossdale shines with his vocals. So I'm really digging this song, so 5 out of 5. Reasons goes back to a heavier point in the album. It goes back to the heavy moments of the album, and it does pretty well musically, instrumentally, and song-wise with the lyrics and all that. Pretty good, and I'm really liking Gavin Rossdale singing in it. So 5 out of 5. Land of the Living, pretty enjoyable song. It's pretty heavy, but it does get the job done with what the song is trying to do to the listener, make how it's making the listener feel about the track. So it's a pretty good song. So 5 out of 5. My Engine Is With You was a fast-paced song. Not really connecting with this one too much, but I think it's solid. It has some solid moments, but at least it's not a long song. It's like under 3 minutes, but I don't think this song was necessary for the album, but they put it on the album. But it's a solid track. Just has some weak moments in the song, so 4.5 out of 5. Out of This World is a strong track in my opinion. Really digging this song with Gavin Rossdale's vocals and instrumentally and musically. It's pretty nice. It's a really slow song to get through, so not everyone's gonna like slow songs that Bush does, but for what this went for, it executed pretty well in my opinion. So 5 out of 5. Float is the final song, and it has some whiny vocals from Gavin Rossdale in this one that I'm not sure if I'm connecting with. Mostly the verses is where it lies with the problem of how sluggish it gets with the verses, in my personal opinion. But other than that, the chorus is pretty fine, meaning it's solid. So, yeah, I guess my only complaint with this song is just the verses being a little slow, but it does pick up when you get to the chorus and it gets a little bit better. So 4.5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution wise, I think Bush's Golden State album, their fourth studio album, was a pretty good listen. I was much more impressed with this than 16 Stone. And this is their last album before they went on hiatus for 10 years. And then they came back. Well, they kind of stopped making music, and then they decided to come back in 2011 to make more music because I guess they wanted to. But pretty much overall, in my opinion, I think Golden State by Bush was a pretty good send off for their music career. Um, for them music wise in the music industry and all that. But basically, it is the last album before they made the next album. I think it's called The Sea of Monsters or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But I'll review that album next on Monday for sure. But first score for me, I'm giving Golden State by Bush an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty good listen. It definitely rocks. I highly recommend you check this album out if you haven't listened to it. And that is going to be it for this album review. I actually have a live stream coming out pretty soon, so definitely tune into that because I think you might enjoy the live stream. But until then, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Bush Golden State album if you've listened to it. And I am giving this an 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good album, in my opinion. It's probably better than 16 Stone, even though 16 Stone was good, and the Signs of Things was average. I think the only weakest album was the Razor Blade Suitcase. I was a little displeased with that album, in my opinion. But this one was a much interesting album. So, yeah. If you did enjoy this album review, comment below and let me know what you guys thought of the Bush Golden State album review. If you enjoyed it, tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. I will be returning to you for a live stream pretty soon, so definitely tune into that because I gotta wrap this video up anyway. But I'll have more reviews come out tomorrow or the next day, depending on when I get around to it. I think a movie review is going to be out for The Old Way pretty soon, and some other movies after that. But until then, stay safe, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this album review for Bush, the Golden State album, or Golden State album, I meant to say. And as always, I will see you in my next review. Thanks for watching.